now fourth quick with 11.890 for that 13A machine of Aiden Beerline. Again, 11.890 for Aiden Beerline. Second time slower, so he'll stay fourth quick. Daniel Boyd goes sixth quick. Paul Mancini goes third quick. And now it's Speed Shop 51. It is Clayton Tilley on track.
Clayton Tilley, the 51. The Speed Shop 51 machine there did a great job this season in most of the series that we have covered here live on UltimateDirtTV. Let's see where he times in at. Clayton Tilley, ninth quickest with his quick time with 11.748. What about that?
So Clayton Tilley goes quick time, and you look at 1, 2, 3. The Australian of Clayton Tilley, the Pennsylvania native in the 41 of Logan Rumsey, and then the Canadian, Alex Bergeron, goes third quick. And I feel like it's been a trend all season, Steve. We've had at least one Australian, one American, and one Canadian either finishing. They finished 1, 2, 3 before in the feature. Now we're doing it in qualifying as well. But look at the list of drivers in for tonight. You have Tilley, Rumsey, Bergeron. You have Paul Mancini going fourth quick. We haven't heard about him in about 3 seasons. Aiden Beerline, who's been a competitor. Coulter West was last week's DirtFan.com Driver of the Week. He's ninth quick. You have Clayton Davies. You have Andrew Hauser, Rebecca Millette, who has been impressive all season. Just had some tough breaks. You also have Garrett Pepiot making another race this season, and Jason Nygaard. So it's going to be interesting. But again, qualifying has elapsed, and quick time goes to at 51 for Momentum Sim Sports. It is Clayton Tilley. Heat race number 1 on the board, folks. And starting on the pole, it's going to be that Momentum Sim Sports 51 of Clayton Tilley to the outside, the 23. That's Landon Cardoza.
Row number 2 at car number 10 to LGR Motorsports is Coulter West. And to its outside at car number 13, it's Andrew Hauser.
Starting in the 5th spot for LGR Motorsports at 04, it's Trace Olson. Outside the Evil Empire Sim Sports, the 88, that's Landon Crawley.
And your 4th row inside at car number 29 from New York, William Richardson. And to his outside, the Double Deuce Motorsports, car number 11, it's Brandon Valls.
Starting in the 9th spot, he hails from Pennsylvania, that's Jack Sion. To the outside, Kai Schaefer in the 21. And Team Outlaw Motorsports, the 510 of Eddie Holden Jr. will round out 11 cars here in heat race number 1. And Steve, Championship Sunday, getting ready to start. But again, we can't talk about these sprint cars without talking about the back-to-back seasons. In the sprint car ranks, Alex Bergeron has dominated. Either the 410 ranks last season, 360s this season. Who knows? We might see him next season as we see the registration is open, ladies and gentlemen, for season 14. And it's going to be super late models on tap. ABR Setup Shop 360s. Then you also have pro late models and wingless 360s. So who knows? We might see Alex Bergeron come into the ranks of wingless sprint cars next season and try and sweep both of those titles as well.
Definitely. That is something to keep your eye out on. That'll start July 18th. And July 19th will be the opening night for the pro late models and the wingless 360s. But lights are out. 10 laps to distance. Top 4 going to the future. Everybody else will go through an alphabet soup. Clayton Tilley and Landon Cardoza, your front rope. Ace truck, pull it off. Green flag is out. Good start there for Clayton Tilley. And look, he goes strictly to the high side, turns 1 and 2.
That 51 machine of Clayton Tilley goes up top. So does everyone else right there. But here we go. Battle for third already. Andrew Hauser, Coulter West going at it. Hauser trying to make that feature, that 13 machine. We haven't seen him much this season as well. But the car missed the start right now. That's Trace Olson. He's going to hit the track now. But now he's a lap or 2 down.
Definitely look at this mid-pack here. They're battling pretty hard 2 by 2. But Andrew Hauser holding on to that 3rd spot is Landon Crawley in 4th. He's up 2 spots. And the iRacing 187 or 88 machine there. Then directly behind him is Coulter West in the 10C. 3 wide, a little further back, and contact.
A lot of contact back there. Cars around upside down. That's Kai Schaefer involved in there. Looks like Brandon Boyles and maybe even Eddie Holden Jr. got collected in there. Cars in the infield. That'll bring out our first caution of the night here in heat race number 1. And here is your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. We're going to check out what happened here. We saw it live. There's that 21 machine of Kai Schaefer. You see they go 3 wide up there, a lot of contact. Schaefer going to get collected in, and there's Eddie Holden Jr. nowhere to go, and he gets collected as well. So 3 cars involved here. And with these sprint cars, Steve, was it late models, modifieds, and anything else there in those ranks, those cars can take some damage. With these sprint cars, you break something in that front of the car, and you're going to have a hard time through the rest of the heat race.
Yes, that is one thing. You know, the damage all these cars, you don't want to get damaged early. It could really hurt your night, especially starting in the back of maybe a D main or a C main. As you look there, Landon Cardozo, the Speed Shop 51 entry. And then you got Andrew Hauser in the 13th. Looks like we're fixing double them up. Go Green Flag Racing now, turn number 4.
Again, top 4 go on to your A main event here tonight for Championship Sunday, as everything else is on the line here. Championship already wrapped up for that 12 machine of Alex Bergeron. But 2nd through 5th is all open season. Who knows? Coulter West comes in 2nd right now into tonight. So to come in 2nd in the points here, that's still some bragging rights considering how many cars, how much talent you have to beat throughout the season, especially when you have someone like Clayton Tilley, Logan Rumsey in attendance as well tonight. There's some big names here, Garrett Pepiot, and then again, Jason Nygaard. So finishing 2nd, not too much to sleep on there, especially carrying momentum into next season.
Definitely. And one thing to look at, if you look at the past champions, we have a iRacing national title champion has won a World Thunder Championship first, except for Alex Bergeron. Did you know that?
I did not know this. Steve, see, you put me as a historian, but I've only been here a few seasons. You've been here since the get-go, so you know some stuff that I won't know.
That's right. If you ever look at our past champions, people have won the iRacing War of Outlaw Championship, the Nice Energy Drink Sprint Cars, the Morton Build late models, even the Wingless Series. You look, they have our past champions, the ones that have won national champions, have won a World Thunder Championship first, except for Alex Bergeron. He's the only one that's won 3 back-to-back, and they came to win a World Thunder Championship. And we're Green Flag Racing back underway here at Cedar Lake.
Clayton Tilley in that 51 goes right back up to the top side. Landon Cardozo retakes that 2nd spot real quick. Landon Crowley, though, Steve, you've heard the history. You know the history of that 88 machine and that family lineage. And right now in this sprint car, this 360 wing sprint car, he's in that 3rd spot.
He's in that 3rd spot. Look at in 4th is Coulter West, putting some heavy pressure on Landon Crowley as they go to turn number 1. Oh, Crowley. Oh, we got some troubles. Coulter West, caution out of the racetrack.
Now let's throw a curveball already here in heat race number 1 as your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay on the screen. You see it right here. There's Coulter West right behind Landon Crowley. Crowley goes in as, in front of them there. Cardozo gets in the wall. That collects Crowley, collects West. As West got up onto that fence, and he was pretty much riding the barrier till he got down there, but that's going to throw a curveball into tonight already. If he cannot make the A main from this heat race, he'll have to run the alphabet soup later on tonight, and that's going to put some more drama into that 2nd spot. But Steve, you know it more than I do, so talk about that history, the lineage of Landon Crowley and that family name in the sprint car ranks.
Well, if you don't know, his father is Tim Crowley, a two-time national ASCS 360 wing sprint car champion. He's won the SCS Speed Weeks. He's won almost anything this guy, anything he put his foot into or his body into in race, he's won. He's won modifieds. He's won dwarf cars. There's several things this man has won. Wingless. There was I remember a dog crossing track at I-30 Speedway. He would have hit the dog just so he could win that race, but he ended up winning and still missing the dog.
Green flag.
Yeah, go ahead.
Green flag back out and car into the wall again, and that looked like Landon Cardoza, but the green flag going to stay out right now. Clayton Tilley, Landon Crowley now in the second spot. Coulter West under pressure from Jax Yon going to try and throw a slide job in the back. More problems. Kai Schaefer, Andrew Hauser, it looks like maybe as well, as no Hauser is on the track still. White flag in the air. Kai Schaefer and Landon Cardoza out into the pits now after that contact, but the white flag in the air. Clayton Tilley, Landon Crowley down 3 and 4. Clayton Tilley going to take home heat race number 1. Landon Crowley second. Jax Yon and Coulter West go on to the show.
Well, you see, the outside wall has been giving havoc to drivers ever since we've been coming to this track, or since iRacing released it. And it's proven to be a troublesome spot tonight. As we take a look at your official results on the board for heat race number 1. Clayton Tilley, Landon Crawley, Jax Young, Coulter West, William Richardson, Andrew Hauser, K.Y. Schaefer, Landon Cardoza, Trace Olson, Brandon Voles, Eddie Holden Jr. Here is your starting lineup for heat race number 2. On the pole from Pennsylvania, car number 41, it's Logan Rumsey into his outside. And car number 13A, it's Aiden Beerline.
Starting in the third spot, it's the 50 for Ace Sim Sports of Clayton Davies to the outside. She hails from Canada. That team ABR Esports 14, it's Rebecca Millette.
Row number 3, he hails from Michigan. Car number 47 is Garrett Pappian. And to his outside from California, car number 86, Aiden Patterson.
Starting in the 7th spot, LGR Motorsports 75. That's Austin Stern to the outside. The Ohio 91 for Black Diamond Motorsports. It is Ernie Williams Jr.
And your 5th row from the Octane Inc. car number 92 is Corey Austin to his outside. The Vanderpool Racing car number 4K is Steven Turberville. And bringing up the rear in car number 35, or I believe it's the 4, it's Ross Kaiser.
Steve McMillan, I see him down in the pits with a microphone. Clayton Tilley, you go quick time, you pick up heat race number 1 win. Starting on the pole for the feature event, how does it feel now that the pressure's off you starting on the pole?
Yeah, it's good to finally start up front for a change. Usually we are struggling qualifying and sort of make our way through the heats, but yeah, we can't start much better than we are, and we'll hopefully stay where we are.
So now you see heat race number 2 is already underway. What are you looking at through these heat races, through the consolation races before the feature event?
Sort of see how the track changes, see how bad it gets, and I'm sure we'll be putting it on the top anyway, so I don't think it's going to change much.
That is your heat race number 1 winner from Momentum Sim Sports, the old man behind Speed Shop 51. It's Clayton Tilley.
Cheers, mate.
A driver having problems on track, car number 14, Rebecca Mellett having some problems there. But meanwhile, it's Aiden Berlin in first place with Logan Rumsey, Clayton Davies, and Garrett.
Right now you see that 13A of Aiden Beerline out in front. Logan Rumsey in the second spot. But again, these two guys in the front too, I know them and their history. They both run real life, so they haven't been on this summer because, you know, racing has begun. And we saw last night on UltimateDirtTV, Steve McMillan, you were at some racetrack somewhere. We'll talk about that later on, but right now it's Aiden Beerline.
Aiden Beerline continues to lead with Logan Rumsey in that second spot. They're all up on the top shelf, but look at Clayton Davis. He ran the middle that time. But look at Logan Rumsey. He runs a slider line at 3 and 4 and exit 4. We complete lap number 7.
Aiden Beerline out in front. You see Clayton Davies on the bottom side. He is in that third spot. As Logan Rumsey right now, he's running a slider line in 3 and 4. You have Beerline running the top, and you have Davies now running a slider line in 3 and 4 as well. But he went to the bottom in 1 and 2 last time. Now everyone up the top. Single filing out right now. They all know they're making the show here. White flag in the air for the 13A of Aiden Beerline.
Aiden Beerline brings us to 1 to go caution out on the racetrack. Green, white, checkered. I believe it was for Ross Kaiser. Ross Kaiser, that 4 machine battle with Ernie Williams Jr. Gets up there, hits the outside wall. He brings it to the stop on the exit turn number 2. That brings out your caution.
So Steve McMillan, there's one thing that I personally love about this Ultimate Dirt TV crew is not only do we call races, but when we go to the races, sometimes you saw it last night, you saw it this winter when Brett Wheeler over in Australia was calling races. It's live on Ultimate Dirt TV, so you always got to check out because you never know. It might be iRacing, it might be real life racing, so you never know what you're going to see on Ultimate Dirt TV. All you know is it's always some great action going on.
Definitely. Last night, the Scrap Fox Memorial at I-30 Speedway, you saw Curtis Cook at a 601 modified picking up his third Scrap Fox Memorial Championship. Your green.
Aiden Beerline, that 13A machine, he is going right back up top, so is everyone else. That's again, Beerline, Rumsey, Davies, and Pepiot are your top four right now. Through 3 and 4, the white flag going to come out for Aiden Beerline.
Aiden Beerline goes to the top shelf in turns 1 and 2 on the exit of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3, he enters a little bit lower middle line. Out of turn number 4, picking up race number 2 win, it's going to be Aiden Beerline, Logan Rumsey, Clayton Davies, and Garrett Papiot in 4th. There's your official results on the board. The top 4 going to the future. Ernie Williams Jr. and everyone else down below, and we'll go to the last chance qualifier. Here's your starting lineup for heat race number 3.
Starting on the pole, it's that Team ABR Esports, the 3-time World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car champion of Alex Bergeron. To the outside, the 79 of Daniel Boyd.
Route number 2 on the inside is Ryan Gray. And to his outside, don't blink, because he's going to make you sick. It's Blaine Brink, how fast he is.
The 331 of Dustin Hull will start on the inside of row number 3. To the outside, it's Alec Zerzinski.
Row number 4, be Joe Howe. He hails from New Jersey. Car number 43, and to the south side, it's Team Outlaw Motorsports. Car number 19 is Sean Judson.
Starting in the 9th spot, the 41, that's Dylan Williams. To the outside, hails from Pennsylvania, the 96 of Mark Gebhardt. And 11th, the 39, that's Josh Oliver. Steve McMillan, I see him down there with a microphone. So you're catching up with heat race number 2 winner, Aiden Beerline.
Aiden Beerline, congratulations on heat race number 2. Looked like all top dominant, but in the last turn at 3 and 4, you ran up middle line. Where do you think the group's going to be for this future race?
Probably going to be 1 and 2 top if you can hit it right, and it changes normally in 3 and 4. We'll have to see where it's going to go. I have no clue still where it's going to be in 3 and 4.
Well, what's the sponsors you want to thank make it all possible for your run tonight?
Shout out to my dad, the heat race win, happy Father's Day, and my grandpa, and just Jesus Christ, my mom, my dad, everyone that works on the car all the time, and Alex Bergeron for all the help, and just Reflection Chemistry, Redline Race Designs, and just everyone back in the car, week in and week out.
All right, that's Aiden Beerline. Congratulations on your heat race win. All right, we went to the start of the race, and we already had the caution for Alex Zerzinski. Take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. He got into a wall, and he looked like the car just tried to get into some places it shouldn't have fit in.
Steve, this is why I love working with you, because I love hearing your breakdown of cautions. But you know what, Steve? You know, I'm only 20. You're a little older than me. But I want to ask you, because you saw, we're going to bring up NASCAR for a little bit. You saw them return to Nashville for the first time in I don't know how many years. Here in PA, Bloomsburg at Fairground Speedway, they reopened for the first time in 50 years. So how does it feel for you to see some of these older tracks that great racing has happened reopening now?
Well, I mean, it's time the fans have spoken, and so that's what they're doing. They're trying to get the fans involved. But we still got a car in the wall. That's Blaine Brink in a 21, and he gets it under control, and now we're in turn number 4 coming out as Alex Bergeron continues to lead.
So know what? I think Blaine might actually blink going out of turn number 2 there because he made contact. But that battle for second is on. Rylan Gray slide job on Daniel Boyd. Boyd goes to the inside. A lot of contact, a lot of problems. In the back, that's Dylan Williams. Mark Gebhardt also involved in that one there. Brings out the second caution of heat race number 3. So we've had an up and down start here in this one here. You saw 2 heat race. Heat race number 1 had a few cautions. Heat race number 2 came down that green-white checkered with the first only caution of that race. We have 2 now in this one, so a little up and down start. But again, you see right there, 3-4 cars involved in this one. You haven't seen any single car accidents. They've been group ones here with a smaller track, a lot of tight squeezes here. And well, brings out some caution, so hopefully these guys can calm down. But again, we talked about it in the opening. It's championship night. Guys still want to get in those top 3 in points to get some bragging rights before next season. But it's time to breathe, relax, because we still got heat races, we still got consolations before you even get to the feature where points really matter.
Oh, yes, totally. And you look at it, you know, Alex Bergeron, now a 2-time champion with World Thunder, or Miller Family Trucking Sports League, as he has clinched the 360 ABR Sit-Up Shop 360 Championship not by starting his heat race. Pace track is off, we're going green.
There comes that number 12 right down the front straightaway into turn 3 and 4. Again, Alex Bergeron now out in front. You see 3 wide. They go 2 rows in a row. And now the battle for second back on Rylan Gray. Daniel Boyd going at it. Slide job by Rylan Gray on Boyd. 3 wide for your second spot. Gray, Boyd, and Dustin Hall.
Dustin Hall working the bottom. I mean, you can see the cars working the bottom, the top, and the middle. It's just a matter of staying off of one another. You can see the top, the second, third, and fourth cars doing that. But you look at Rylan Gray getting to the outside wall there in turn number 2. He keeps it going. And look out, because he looks like he's starting to close on your race leader of Alex Bergeron.
Bergeron out in front right now. Rylan Gray in that second spot as he in that 04 machine, or they are gaining, 06. 06 of Rylan Gray out there in second right now. Daniel Boyd, Dustin Hall, again, your top 4, and all 4 of them staying close by each other. They're pulling away from Joe Howe and the rest of the pack right now. So now it's all about starting spot, because that matters here in heat race action. But it looks like everyone is content right now in their line.
Definitely gets hit. 2 laps to go. Alex Bergeron, the race leader in that 12 machine, goes into turn number 3, sticks it to the bottom. Rylan Gray will exit turn number 4 on the high side. White flag, one more to go.
Alex Bergeron down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. The Team ABR Esports number 12. Alex Bergeron wins heat race number 3. Rylan Gray, Daniel Boyd, and Dustin Hall, they're going to advance to your feature event as well. So there it is. Alex Bergeron, Rylan Gray, Daniel Boyd, and Dustin Hall going on to the feature event. Joe Howe, Sean Judson, Josh Oliver, Gebhardt, Williams, Brink, and Szerzinski going on to a C of B main later on tonight. Heat race number.
Yeah, go ahead.
Heat race number 4, lineup on the board, and starting on the pole, it's the 7 machine of Paul Mancini to the outside of Pennsylvania guy, the 001 for Elite Sim Racing, it's Kenny Hoffman.
Route number 2 hails from Michigan. Car number 37 is Jordan. Now, how do we say his last name correctly?
I don't know. He asked me if I was going to butcher his name, and I said probably.
And I'm the one that's going to do it. My warder. It's outside. Joshua Stinky.
Starting in the 5th spot, it's Jason Nygaard for Team ABR Esports to the outside. Another Pennsylvania for Up North Esports, it's Austin Griffey.
Your 4th row, car number 69, the Team Outlaw Motorsports driver is Scott Bidinger to his outside. The B&S Racing car number 03 is Brandon Surratt.
Starting in the 9th spot, Dalton Collins in the 95 to the outside. It's Kyle Rozek, and Bo Krebs for Mecca Motorsports will round out your heat race results. Heat race number 3 winner, it is the 12 machine of Alex Bergeron, and you look sharp in that heat race there. A few cautions, but you regroup there, and well, starting on the inside of row number 2 for tonight's feature event, and you'll be joining Aiden Beerline, Clayton Tilley on those front 2 rows.
Yeah, it will be good. I think it's going to be a good race. You know, we struggled a bit there in qualifying. Didn't miss it on our first lap, and we got it back up in the second, but it was a bit slower. But in the heat race, we did very good. And track is getting very good and very racy, so we'll see how it is and go from there.
The one conversation we've been having a lot of tonight, now it's another championship under the belt of that 12 machine in Team ABR Esports. But tonight you bring out Jason Nygaard as well, so the 3 Team ABR cars in the field here at Cedar Lake.
Yeah, hopefully we can all do good. You know, it's a very difficult track. I'm not gonna lie, it's really difficult. I've even had a bit of trouble there in the heat race trying to find the good lines and trying to get myself comfortable. But you know, it's I think it's gonna be good. You know, these guys rock, so we'll get it.
That is the 12 machine for Team ABR Esports of Alex Bergeron.
Kenny Hoffman continues to lead in the 1 machine. Paul Mancini in second. Joshua in third. Jordan had some problems to start of the race. He's off the track. But look at Joshua there, run the high side, the 80 machine, down the back straightaway into turn number 3.
Right now, it is the 1 machine of Kenny Hoffman, Paul Mancini, Joshua Stanky there. Stanky runs for that Black Diamond Motorsports UltimateDirtTV sponsored Tim Sims machine there as he runs in third, Mancini. And then again, Kenny Hoffman right now in that 1, the Zemco machine there. He had famous known paint scheme around here in my neck of the woods on the porch, as Brett Wheeler calls it. Kenny Hoffman running that into the front here. Paul Mancini, though, he's catching up to him in that 7 machine.
He's definitely catching them. They go to the bottom in turns 1 and 2, but look at Joshua stays up high. Into turn number 3, both drivers. Well, look at the slider line for Kenny Hoffman. That allows Paul Mancini to close up a little bit. White flag, 1 more to go for Kenny Hoffman.
Kenny Hoffman out in front, Paul Mancini, Joshua Stanky, and Austin Griffey right now are your top 4, and all of them will advance to the show. But Kenny Hoffman, he gets the job done here. He wins heat race number 4. Paul Mancini, Joshua Stanky, and Austin Griffey, your top 4.
Maybe he pulled off because we both butchered his last name.
Possibly.
Take a look there. Kenny Hoffman picking up the win. Paul Mancini in second. Joshua Steinke. I can't say his name correctly. I can one day. Austin Griffey, Brandon Surratt, Jason Nygaard, Scott Binger, Bo Krebs, Dalton Collins, Kyle, and Jordan all go to a last chance qualifier. And Alex Robinson, here's your heat race winner.
And coming home with the win, the 1 machine of Kenny Hoffman. And talk about coming in tonight, coming in clutch, and taking home a heat race win for the first time this season.
Car felt pretty good. That was a really good, clean race by those guys. Really appreciate them running me clean. But I feel pretty good right now, so if we keep it up to the rest of the night.
And now, you know, you give me some bragging rights. I get to pick on Brett Wheeler a little bit here because the Pennsylvania guy comes to Cedar Lake and gets a heat race win and gets to start on the front 2 rows.
Yeah, I got to represent the PA posse.
Indeed you do. But again, you look at that field for tonight, it's stacked already, and you'll be starting in position number 4. That is your heat race number 4 winner, Kenny Hoffman.
Yep, thanks, guys.
All right, your C-main. It's Lyndon Cardoza starting on a pole, and Corey Austin to his outside.
Starting in row number 2, the 96 of Mark Gebhardt to the outside. Mecca Motorsports, it's Bo Krebs.
Row number 3, Beatrice Olsen to his outside, Ross Kaiser.
Dylan Williams will start in the 7th spot to the outside. It's the 95. That's Dalton Collins.
Row number 5 be Brandon Voles and Rebecca Mallet to his outside.
Blaine Brink will start 11th to the outside of him. It will be Kyle Rozek.
Row number 7 be Eddie Holden Jr. in the 510 to his outside. Austin Stern at LGR Motorsports car number 75.
Oh, man, this row is tough when it comes to pronouncing names. Alex Zerzinski will start in the 15th spot to the outside. It's Jordan Mallwitter. Mallwitter? Again, I'm just gonna call him Mayweather. I told him.
Green flag is out. 12 laps of distance. 16 drivers. All 16 make the start. Top 4 going to the B main. Oh, we got 1 around. Possibly 2. Dylan Williams, Dalton Collins, Austin Stern. It looked like Bo Krebs was involved.
Here's your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. We're going to check out what happened here. It was on the initial start where everything began. You see a few cars getting loose, but there's Austin Stearns. Gets in the back. They go 3 wide. Bo Krebs up there. You see him spun around, collects a car. So 2 different incidents right there. As you saw, Jordan gets involved as well.
Tough luck.
Man, oh man, tough luck indeed. And you know what, Steve? We got to talk about this one for a second. I'm sitting here. I look at the results for qualifying for the past week. USAC sprints have been in here. One of our own here that run on Ultimate Dirt TV on a weekly basis, pretty much. Kenny Miller has running with the USAC, and he's been running pretty well with these big boys. So a shout out to Kenny Miller, not in attendance tonight because he is running again with the USAC National Series. But again, it just shows some of these guys we see on here, nobody really knows what they do until you turn on, Flow Racing or a Dirt Vision or a Lucas Oil TV, and you see some of these names and you recognize them, and here they're these guys that we call on a weekly basis.
That's for sure. I mean, Kenny Miller ran for a championship run last season, season number 12. I mean, he had a good running there. I believe he finished in the top 5, but Alex Bergeron won that championship. I mean, yeah, Kenny Miller, you see him during the week sometimes racing when he's free, not busy working on that car. I believe he was with the ABR 360 Sprints on Wednesday night with the Firm Motorsports.
So again, you got to shout out all these great drivers that are doing double duty pretty much this summer with the real life racing and on here on iRacing. A few more guys you see. There was a Larson in attendance last week. That is Brent Larson's son here. Again, Landon Crawley in here, and you said about his dad running the ASCS and winning 2 titles. So again, you never know if you do your research, which we don't even really do research on them. We just happen to find these out of the blue. And, it's always fun to give these guys a shout-out, give them some recognition for them. Again, also Jack Shawn in attendance. He runs also as well. But here we go, this C-Main, back to the green flag.
Back to the green flag. Landon Cardozo continues to lead in the 14 machine, the 92 of Corey Austin, Mark Gibhart, Troy Olson. And we got, let's see here, where's Rebecca? Rebecca right now is running to that 7th spot. She got 3 more spots to pass.
Watch that.
Go ahead.
Watch this 14 machine for Team ABR. As you see, 3 wide there, but she's catching up on Mark Gebhardt here. Ross Kaiser will be that transfer spot right now for that 14 machine of Rebecca Millette. She's impressed this season. As we talked about it entering the season, she was looking to become the first ever female driver to win a championship here. Alex Bergeron, of course, takes the championship here, but she's had some tough breaks, but she has made the best of her opportunities, even winning a heat race this year.
She's won a heat race. She started in the first 2 rows of the future. She is up to 5th, but caution out on the racetrack.
Well, there was 2 incidents there. You saw there is Jordan. He got a little upset there on 3 and 4, as you see. Goes into the infield, gets one of the tires, and he goes around. And just another tough one for him.
A tough one. In the back of a C-Main. And it looks like he has pulled it off into pit road.
But again, Steve, we got to thank all these great people for tuning in tonight to Ultimate Dirt TV for Championship Sunday of the ABR Setup Shop 360 Wing Sprint Cars for the Miller Family Trucking Esports League. And a happy Father's Day to all of the fathers tuning in and racing tanight in these 360 Wing Sprint Cars and the Pro Late models later on tonight. We have a few fathers on our crew that we should shout out. Brett Wheeler, Sean Neestat, my work father, I call him, of Jerry Vansickle. Forget, Steve, are you a father?
I'm a father to 1,700 members.
yeah, you really are. So happy Father's Day to all those great people watching and racing and all of our guys here at Ultimate Dirt TV as the C-Main back to the green flag. More contact there. in 3 and 4, but that's going to open the door. Rebecca Millette, she is up to the second spot. Can she hold on here before we go? Caution everyone, though, stays it here. So we're staying green to Rebecca Millette. She's into a transfer.
She's in that second spot. Look at Ross Kaiser trying to battle on the outside, that Ford machine. In the last spot is Alex Strzezinski there. He's worked his way up to the transfer spot. He's up 11 spots since started this race.
So Alex Strzezinski looking impressive here again. His season debut was only last week. So he's looking to make a show here, battling it out with Rebecca Millette, but Landon Cardoza starting to pull away from the rest of the pack there. He's in the top spot. Then you have Kaiser, Strzezinski, and Rebecca Millette in those 2 through 4 spots. As keep an eye on all 3 of these cars here. They're all battling it out for a better starting spot in the B main, but they have to hold off one more car, and that's Brandon Boyles, Mark Gebhardt. Those guys coming up very quickly on Rebecca Millette.
Definitely, as we come to the white flag, one more to go for Landon Cardoza in the 14 machine. Ross Kaiser, Alex Strzezinski, and Rebecca Millette in the 4th spot, but coming out of turn number 4 to picking up the win. And car number 14 is Landon Cardoza. He goes to the feature with Ross Kaiser, Alex Strzezinski, and Rebecca. Those 4 will go to the B main. Everybody else will pack it up and try again July 18th. As we take a look at your unofficial results on the board. As your top 4 again is Landon Cardoza, Ross Kaiser, Alex Strzezinski, Rebecca Millette, all going to the B main. Here is your starting lineup for your B main tonight on the pole. He hails from New York. Car number 29 is William Richardson. And to his outside, he hails from Ohio. And car number 91, Black Diamond Motorsports, is Ernie Williams Jr.
The 43 of Joe Howe. He will start on the inside of row number 2 to the outside. BNS Racing, the 073. It's Brandon Surratt.
Route number 3, he built a house. This is Andrew Hauser in car number 13. He's going to try to tear the house down tonight. And to his outside, he hails from California. Car number 86 is Aiden Patterson.
Row number 4 on the inside, Team Outlaw Motorsports, the 19. It's Sean Judson. To the outside of the Ohio team, ABR Esports, it's Jason Nygaard.
Row number 5 is KY Schaefer in car number 21. And for Vanderpool Racing, car number 17 is Steven Turberville.
Josh Oliver will start on the inside of row number 6 to the outside. It's the bid man, the 69 of Scott Binger.
Row number 7 is be Landon Cardoza, car number 23, and Ross Kaiser, car number 4.
Alex Strzezinski will start on the inside of row number 8 to the outside. It is the 14 of Rebecca Millette.
Top 4 to the feature. Richardson and Williams.
Top 8.
Top 8?
Top 8 will go.
Oh, we got something going on with the start. Richardson have no clue what went on. They might bring this race back, maybe? No. So we'll continue racing.
Here we go already. A battle for the lead. That's Joe Howe, Ernie Williams Jr. Again, you want to be in that 8 spot or higher to get into the feature event. Sean Judson right now making some moves. He's up to 6th. There's the caution now. A lot of battling was going on. A lot of contact was going on. Steven Turberville in the pits now. So that 16 machine on pit road with some problems. Who else is slowing down? And that might just be there for the caution. But the UltimateDirtTV instant replay, we're going to double check here. Steven Turberville gets into this as we go 3 wide. And oh boy, oh man. All 3 of them gained real quick. And a little bit of contact gets caught up with Steven Turberville, and he goes into the infield with some damage. So problems for Turbo.
14 lap B main. You said top 8 go to the feature?
Top 8.
All right, top 8. Okay.
And you know what, Steve? I gotta call this man out for something I found out. So you always... You know how you have the guys with the triple monitors, the VR, the whole racing rig setups?
Yeah.
Well, I found out, I saw a picture of Scott Binger's one. Scott Binger has one of the greatest ones I've ever seen. You know those toy car beds that you get for your children?
Yeah.
He has one of those toy car beds, and he put his setup in the toy car bed, so he's racing out of one of those beds out of one of those car beds, but I found it hysterical. I found it great. And again, you can make a rig out of anything, and it showed right there.
There we go. Back to Green Flag. That's an awesome sight. At least if he gets in the doghouse, he has a place to sleep in his rig.
Oh, that's great there. Ernie Williams Jr. out in front right now. That 91 machine. Remember, he's also a past champion in there. Caution is out. But you look at all the past champions who have made returns this season. Sean Judson into the wall there. Ernie Williams Jr. has made a return. Again, I'm going to keep referring to you, Mr. McMillan, as a past champion. You made a return. You're a two-time champion. You've made a return. Evan C. Blake Majolis, again, he's running as well. Alex Bergeron. Dustin Hall, Shane James, everyone making returns this season after hiatuses for 2-3 seasons.
Well, let's take a look at drivers that may have retired. I mean, your inaugural season champion, Mitch Viner, in the 360s. Matt Schaefer won the 410s in season 1. He's no longer racing. Every once in a while, you can see DJ Kalinowski. He won season 2 360 championship. I won the 410s. Then the Darren Clark no longer races. He won the season 3 360 championship. Then DJ Kalinowski in season 4. Mason Hannigan won the midgets that season. Season number 5, it was David Holloman picking up the championship. Season number 6, the 410 Wing Sprint Cars, it was Tyler Schell. And then the 410s, Hayden Cardwell won season number 7 with Ernie Williams Jr. Season 8 was Tyler Descharme, and Trey Schmidt won the Wingless. And then you look at Mason Hannigan picking up the 410 Wing Sprint Car Championship Season 9. But we're going back Green Flag Racing, Ernie Williams Jr. brings us to green.
91 of Ernie Williams Jr. goes right back up top. And look at that for a second, that restart there. We were going, you had 5 cars all running 5 different lines on the racetrack there, as now we go 3 wide. Ladies and gentlemen, that's for your third spot. Andrew Hauser, Brendan Surratt, Jason Nygaard. Nygaard up to second right now. He is known for his 360s. That is a Team ABR driver as well there, Jason Nygaard.
Jason Nygaard in that 4th spot. Oh, we got one going around. He saves it. But caution comes out. The 23 of Alex Sarinsky bringing out the caution. So let's look at Rebecca. She's at 11th spot. Jason Nygaard is in 6th. Landon Cardoza Cardoza's in 6th. Jason Nygaard's in 5th. Your big mover right now is Landon Cardoza in the 14 machine.
So Steve McMillan, we got a lot of stuff going on here. And there's one thing, we're going to shout it out here. A great work by you and Brett Wheeler on it. The World of Thunder Esports League website on worldofthunderesports.com. Check out it. You can have your season 14 registrations on that website, as well as league rules, points, schedule, and your past champions. And then there's a tab to register July 6th and 7th. It is the inaugural United We Stand. That again is July 6th and 7th. It will be the Morton Building. World of Outlaws here on iRacing. The super late models will be in action. So keep a lookout for that one, as that will be coming up again. You can register on the website there. It is $1,500 to win, but right now we got a B main to finish up the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. Goes right back up top. Joe Howe, Andrew Hauser, your 1, 2, and 3.
Look at the Hauser to the inside. Joe Howe. Oh, Szynski. More prouds for him. We got caution back out. I believe Ross Kaiser was involved in that one. To the pro drivers, or more experienced drivers, this is the kind of track they love. And with the people learning like that, this is a more tougher track to tame when it's so slick. See Ross Kaiser up there getting spun around.
One thing that I've noticed too over the past few months, even past year, You look at it here, Cedar Lake, you hear some comments about people don't like this track. People don't like Williams Grove, USA, Weedsport, but you look at why. They say it's because of Williams Grove and USA being long, but it's also because of the cautions. But you think about it for a second. Those are tracks. Here's a track as well, and Weedsport, of tracks that you can't go full bore, full throttle down like you can at Eldora and Knoxville when the track's even semi-fresh. You have to be able to work the throttle, but here we go. Let's see, can we finish this off here as we are halfway down, 7 to run here in your B main.
Ernie Williams Jr. is in the race lead. Joe Howell second. Andrew Hauser third. Brandon Surratt in fourth. Landon Cardoza battling with Surratt for fourth and fifth there. Cardoza working the top shelf. But look at Rebecca Mallette. She's in ninth position. Oh, the 22 into the wall there. Rebecca's now to transfer.
Rebecca Mallette fighting for a transfer spot right now. Josh Oliver in that A spot. 8 go on to your feature event. That 14 machine, Scott Binger, Sean Judson as well are right there behind her. So we got 3 cars chasing down Josh Oliver. Rebecca Mallette going to make a move to the inside for the A spot. She gets by Josh Oliver right now as Rebecca Mallette looking to get by some more cars to make it a little more comfortable here so she can get into this feature event. Her and Jason Nygaard. Nygaard right now in the 14th spot. He's trying to fight his way back up through the field here. But again, we haven't seen it all season yet of all 3 at Team ABR Esports cars making the feature event. Jason Nygaard, Rebecca Mallette, those 2 in this B main here fighting it off. But Steve McMillan this time by the white flag is out.
White flag is out for Ernie Williams Jr. Car number 91. Black Diamond Motorsports driver Andrew Hauser the second. Landon Cardoza. Let's go back to the transfer, the bubble spot. Alex Zerzinski's in that spot. As they come out of turn number 4, pick it up. Your B main win is Ernie Williams Jr., Landon Cardoza, Andrew Hauser, and Brandon Surratt, your top 4. Take a look at your results here on the board. Ernie Williams Jr., Landon Cardoza, Andrew Hauser, Brandon Surratt, Joe Howe, Alex Rosinski, Rebecca Mallette, and Aiden Patterson all going to the future race night. Sean Judson, Ross Kaiser, William Richardson, Scott Binger, Josh Oliver, Jason Nygaard, Stephen Turbeville, and KY Schaefer all going home, packing it up, coming back July 18th.
We're going to give it a minute, see if we can get a word with our B main winner. But again, ladies and gentlemen, season 13 wrapping up here tonight at Cedar Lake Speedway. First off with the ABR Setup Shop 360 Wing Sprint Cars. Again, that 12 machine Alex Bergeron, just by starting his heat race, he has locked up that points championship here tonight. And then you also have Blake Majulis, 10 championships under his belt now with a championship win tonight if he shows. Again, showing up, getting that heat race start will lock it up for him. But again, you look at this field right now tonight, you have, just by in your feature event, you have Clayton Tilley, Logan Rumsey, Rylan Gray, Paul Mancini, Landon Cardoza. There is some talent in this field, Steve McMillan, and it's going to be a great one.
Definitely a great racing. And they reset the track, so this should be a good future race.
Looks like we will not get a word with our B main winner, so we're going to throw it to a commercial break. And ladies and gentlemen, when we get back, it is feature time for the final time this season. 360 Wing Sprint Cars, a main event coming next.
All right, welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. Ladies and gentlemen, it's feature race time here at Cedar Lake. And starting from the rear, if we can get it to move in that direction. And let's see here, we got something to play while we do this. All right, starting 24th tonight, and car number 86 from California, it's Aiden Patterson, and to his inside from Canada, car number 14 is Rebecca Mallett.
Starting position number 22, it's the 22 of Alex Zerzinski. 21st, the 43, it's Joe Howe.
Starting row number 10 to the outside in BNS Racing. Car number 073 is Brandon Surratt. And to his outside. And car number 13 is Andrew Hauser.
Starting in the 18th spot, the 23, that's Landon Cardoza. To the inside, the 91 for Black Diamond Motorsports, it's Ernie Williams Jr.
Starting row number 8 to the outside. In car number 57 is Austin Griffey. To his inside, running plates. In car number 331 is Dustin Hall.
Starting in the 14th spot from Michigan, it is Garrett Pepiot. To the inside of the 10. See you one of the best. Well, it's Coulter West in the LGR Motorsports machine.
Joshua Stinky starting 12th tonight, and starting 11th is Daniel Bull.
Starting 10th, Ace Sim Sports, the 50 machine of Clayton Davies. To the inside, it's Jack Jones.
Row number 4 to the outside is Paul Mancini, and to his inside is Rylan Gray.
Starting in the 6th spot, the 41 for Slick Sim Sports, it's Logan Rumsey. To the inside, the 88 of Landon Crawley.
Kenny Hoffman starts outside row number 2, and Alex Bergeron in starting 3rd.
Your front row for tonight's main event. To the outside, it's the 13A from Virginia of Aiden Beerline. And on the pole, the 51 Momentum Sim Sports Speed Shop 51. Clayton Tilley, ladies and gentlemen, that is your A main field. Here we go. They have received the signal to go 4 wide, ladies and gentlemen, for you this evening.
All right. Let's see here if I have this.
I got it ready if you want.
The new one?
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4.5 years ago, the Wotel Group, formed, now known as the Miller Family Trucking Esports League, with over 1,700 iRacing members and one of the oldest iRacing sanctioned series. The drivers and staff of the Wotel Group would like to thank you, the fans at home, for watching this season all season long. As they salute to you, the fans, the 4 wide salute. Grab your friends, share the broadcast out, because it's about to burn the house down here at Cedar Lake Speedway for the final time of season 13.
Woo-hoo. As the song says, I am your champion. That's Alex Bergeron in ABR number 12, starting inside row number 2 tonight. Already claimed the championship by starting his heat race.
Steve McMillan, I just gave myself chills, and I was the one reading it.
Well, I lost it, so it's a good thing you found it. All right, the drivers will break formation, get 2 by 2, as lights will go out next time by at the start-finish line. And you know, Alex, what a race to watch tonight here at Cedar Lake. As the lights will go out, will Clayton Tilley pick up his first win of the season? Or could Aiden Beerline pick up his first race of the season? Lights are out. Alex Bergeron, he's your new champion, and Alex Robinson, the call is in your hands.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Championship Sunday here at Cedar Lake Speedway. It's about to go down, because it's time to throw down here for the feature showdown at Cedar Lake. The ABR Setup Shop 360 Wing Sprint Car 30 lap main event is green.
Good start there with Clayton Tilley. Goes to the top side, turn number 1. Look at Aiden Beerline in that second spot. Alex Bergeron goes to the top there, hopping into the wall. A little bit, he falls back. He falls back to the 6th spot as Clayton Tilley leads lap number 1. Caution out of the racetrack for Aiden Patterson.
Here's your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay. We're going to see it right here. Ooh.
Gone. There he is.
Little bit of mechanical issues there.
Yeah, Ernie Williams Jr. having some mechanical issues. So you're going to come back and with Brett for the Pro Late Models tonight?
That is if Brett Wheeler would like my assistance. That is all up to him. He is the boss.
He would love you to.
But I will be here.
All right.
Again, I got my beauty sleep today. I feel good.
Well, how about that? So don't forget, season 14, July 18th. It's going to be a 6-race season. The qualifications for the National Series for the 360 Wing Sprint Cars and the Super Late Balls for season 16. Yeah, because that's 15 next month. Yeah, for season 16. All these seasons.
No, time out. This is season 13. Season 14 is the next one.
All right, season 15. So, season 14 is qualification for the National Series for season 15. And then season 16 will start our 5th year on iRacing.
I think I can take the words out of my father's mouth for a second when I say, "Oh, doctor." Steve, you might need a doctor by the end of those with a green flag back out here on your feature event.
Look at the 41 trying to work the bottom. He's in 4th spot. That's Logan Rumsey. Alex Bergeron, he's up to 2nd, but here comes Aiden Berlin with the pass on the outside. Goes to the top shelf in turns 1 and 2. Exits turn number 2, down the back straightaway. The top part of the field has gone single file. The rest of the back is still 2x2. We got one to the wall. Let's get it off.
Kenny Hoffman, and then that one machine heads into the pits, gonna get some quick fix there on that number 1 machine and get back on the track. Kenny Hoffman, early problem for him, brings out the second caution of your main event.
It looked like you got a little tight there in 1 and 2. It just caught the outside wall, took it for a little spin, tried to push it out a little bit. But look at this. Clayton Tilley in the Speed Shop 51, your race leader. One of the sponsors here, Ultimate Dirt TV. Alex Bergeron, the ABR Setup Shop, is the sponsor of World Thunder 360 Sprint Cars. Great drivers in this field, with 40-plus drivers signed up for tonight's race. Yes, Patricia, you have been watching for about 4.5 years. It's been something. And we're glad you've been a loyal fan, a loyal viewer. We appreciate you. And everybody else has been tuned in for a year or so. Thank you. You know, the followers, over 17K followers on Ultimate Dirt TV. That's because you, the fans at home, have done it. We appreciate you. And we're going green now, turn number 4. Here we go. Light the fires underneath the tires. It's restart time for Clayton Tilley.
The flag back out for the 51 of Clayton Tilley. You saw 3 wide. They went for the third spot there. Crowley drops back as now he gets into the wall here. Contact being made there as Crowley drops all the way back to the 9th spot. Now battling out of the state into the top 10 there as Joshua Stanky, Jack John right behind him there. Again, Tilley, Bergeron, and Beerline in that top 3. And that's your top 3 of qualifying there in that order as well.
Clayton Tilley, I mean, Aiden Beerline's not letting him go, that's for sure. Aiden Beerline is right about a car length behind Clayton Tilley. Your top 5. Oh, Tilley on the outside wall there. Beerline had to get it heavy on the binders. Another caution out on the track. And it looks like for the 331 of Dustin Hall.
Early on in this feature event, some problems for some drivers, but again, battling it out very hard. Dustin Hall, Landon Crawley get into it there. Ooh, was it? No, it wasn't. The 24, that's Jack Schoen got involved there with Landon Crawley. Dustin Hall just had nowhere to go, and he got collected in it. But, Steve, there's one thing. Back-to-back championships for two drivers. That is Blake Majulis, Alex Bergeron. Dominating seasons for the both of them there. You know, Bergeron came into the late models, knocked Majulis off. As Bergeron then gets knocked off in the season here by Trevor Royer. So both of them get knocked off and get some upsets this season. But the interesting one to talk about is, will the upsets continue into season 14? And again, that big race coming up, that's going to be great. And that is the United We Stand race coming up at the beginning of July. And Steve McMillan, I can't wait for that.
Oh, yes, it's going to be a bar burner over show. Green flag is out. Clayton Tilley. Look at Alex Bergeron. Goes to the bottom of turn number 1. He slides up. He takes the lead out turn number 2. Tilley back underneath him. Here goes Beerline underneath him. Now Alex falls back to third. Oh!
You see the battle. Ooh, caution flag is out. No, Steve. There's one person I feel over in race control. I'm going to call race with him. I feel there's one person in race control over there cursing you right now. And that's Brett Wheeler. Brett Wheeler. Again, there's drivers that don't like this track for different reasons. Brett Wheeler, he's made it public that he does not like this track sometimes. There's certain times where it impresses. But here's your Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay.
Look at the top. The 50 machine. Gets into the outside wall, but look out. Is that Logan Rumsey?
Joshua Steinke there. Stanky, Ryland Gray involved.
Logan Rumsey, heavy contact there.
But again, we talked about it, Steve. This is one of those tracks you see there's some wear and tear on it from the warm-up. Even if they reset it, wear and tear on there, now it's time. Throttle control becomes a bigger issue here where you can't go full bore at this racetrack. There's a list of racetracks that people love because they can go full bore. This is off that list for a reason. It's a technical track. You got to be ready to do what you got to do to survive. And again, like some of the pro drivers said when they qualified for Pro Series, it's not about being fast for some of them. They just have to keep their nose clean in some of those races, and that's why they make the Pro Series, because they're strong-minded people. They're quick, but they're not Alex Bergeron quick, but they still make the series because they know how to keep their mind clear, don't do anything stupid, and that's why they're at the top of their game with a green flag back out. And Aiden Beerline right now going to the outside of that 12 machine of Alex Bergeron.
Aiden Beerline tried the battle on caution on the racetrack. It's going to be Austin Griffey upside down. Kenny Hoffman of those drivers in turns 4 there. But Andrew Hauser right now has passed 14 cars. Alex Rosinski up 15 spots. He's currently sitting at 7th.
So Steve McMillan, I actually just read something. Jason Nygaard, who we saw in that B main, just got triple monitors, got a new setup there. So this might have been his first race on those. And again, you can ask, Brett Wheeler, you can ask a few drivers around. It's tough to get used to those triple monitors or a VR or something if you're running on a single monitor. Like mine's a small single monitor TV. If I would get a triple monitor or VR, that's a whole different animal to adjust to.
Oh, yes, definitely a whole different animal. It's hard. It's hard to get used to it, but hey, it's part of racing. Something that we do to improve ourselves, so get the triple monitors out, but lights are still on the pace vehicle, I believe.
So now time Time is of the essence. For Clayton Tilley right now, you want this race to go and go quickly so you can get a lead, hold on to the lead, because if you keep going with these restarts, there's two guys behind you that are as good as you on restarts, and that's Alex Bergeron and Aiden Beerline. Also, Andrew Hauser right now running in the 4th spot. He hasn't been in the top 5. He hasn't been here this much this season, so a top 5 for him right now. And there are some drivers that are making their return, making their debuts in the series in general, and they're making some good runs. Alex Rzinski up in the top 10, and again, he made his series debut last week, and right now he is up into that 7th spot. 15 spots, folks, for Alex Rzinski. Andrew Hauser up 14 spots, and then you have Surrett up 11, Rebecca Millette up 11 as well. So these cars are moving up through the field very quickly and a very efficient pace. And again, it's all about keeping the nose clean right now in this feature event.
Definitely. What's taking so long on this caution, we had multiple instances happening out of turn number 4. The officials are looking at it, making the right call, sending the right people to the back. So Austin Griffey still in the pit area. Riley Gray rejoined the field in the back there. You see Ernie Williams Jr. and the 41 of Logan Rumsey back there in the back. So, you know, the new thing with this latest update is how they run caution laps. The officials have a way of doing it differently now. So let's see if lights will go out this time. They are out. We're going green as we're almost past halfway. Clayton Tilley, your race leader. Alex Bergeron, Aiden Berlin, your top 3. Daniel Boyd, Andrew Hauser, top 5. Later Crawley in that 6th spot. Alex Rzinski, Garrett Pappett, and Brandon Surratt, and Landon Cardozo, your top 10 with green flag racing.
Clayton Tilley out in front right now. Then you have Alex Bergeron, Aiden Beerline, Daniel Boyd, and again, you see these cars battling it out throughout. And Steve McMillan, that is my favorite one right now. As you can see, the positions gained by these cars. Rzinski up 16 spots. Andrew Hauser up 14 spots. You have Rebecca Millette. She is up 10 spots, as well as Joe Howe, Brandon Surrett. And again, they're keeping their nose clean. They're keeping everyone else's business right now. But there we go. Battles are out. Clayton Tilley, Alex Bergeron, and Aiden Beerline all right there. Your battle for the lead as Alex Bergeron tries to make a move on Clayton Tilley.
Right now, single file on top of 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Tilley runs the slider line out of turn number 4. He's going to lose a little ground. Here comes Alex Bergeron back. Bergeron to the bottom at turn number 1. Cannot make the passes. They're side by side out turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Look a little further back there. You see Andrew Hauser into 13. And Garrett Pappy in right behind him in the 47, making a mistake. Look at Landon Cardozo. He's up to 7.
And Cardozo showing some speed, but you look right there, 5th, 6th, and 7th, they've all moved up at least 10 spots or more. Brandon Surrett as well, Garrett Pepe up 6th. So you look at all these guys in the top 10, besides your top 3, none of them pretty much have started in the top 10 at the start of this feature event, and they've all moved into the top 10 here, but Clayton Tilley, Alex Bergeron, Aiden Beerline, again, those 3 have held the top 3 spots throughout this feature event. And ladies and gentlemen, 10 laps to run here in your A main event.
10 laps to go, and Alex Bergeron had to get heavy on the binders out turn number 4. But look at Aiden Beerline now battling back on the high side into turn number 3. You can throw a blanket over the top 3 as they pulled away from the rest of the field. Berlin on the hip pocket of Bergeron. Oh, heavy on the binders.
Battle right now is for your 2nd spot. The 12 of Alex Bergeron, the 13A of Aiden Beerline. Both of them have put on instant classics all season, battling it out for leads everywhere else in the field. But Clayton Tilley right now is your leader. Lap traffic on the horizon, but the question is, how long before they get there? About a half a turn, maybe a little bit more than a turn between Clayton Tilley and lap traffic. But right there's Brandon Surrett there in the top 10. Coulter West, everyone battled, and caution flag is out. So throw lap traffic conversation out the window with 5 to run here in this feature event when we go back green. under a heat race, pretty much a dash here to the finish for Clayton Tilley. But there you see Joe Howe, Ultimate Dirt TV instant replay on your screen. And we're going to look at it right here. There's Landon Cardoza, Andrew Hauser, all those guys in the top 10 right there. And oh boy, Joshua Steinke involved in that one. So tough feature event, and there's your leaders right there. So it was that close to collecting your leaders in Clayton Tilley, Alex Bergeron, and Aiden Beerline with this green flag. If you're Clayton Tilley, you need to throw something that 12 has never seen before if you want to hold on to this feature win, because now with this restart, Steve, it's going to come down to the wire.
Definitely come down to the wire, but, you know, he's lucky. It's going to be a single file restart. So, yeah, he's going to be a little lucky on this one. You know, maybe if we have a little time before we get post-race interviews, we can talk about a little bit about how next season will go for the super late models and the 360 wing sprint cars. We're going to do something a little different because the dashes are coming back in season 14.
Oh boy, that's going to be interesting, but the green flag is out here in your A main. 5 laps going to be to run. This time by for Clayton Tilley. You have Tilley, Bergeron, and Aiden Beerline. Can Tilley be only the third person in 2 seasons to knock off that 12 machine, or will Bergeron knock him back here as he goes to the inside, slides up here on the front straightaway? Alex Bergeron, Clayton Tilley, side by side for the lead. Here's a slider by Bergeron. Your new leader is the 12 of Alex Bergeron.
Alex Bergeron seems to always make the last lap passes when he's behind to take the lead. Sometimes it's even coming to the checkered. These two had battled before, and Alex Bergeron won by a bumper at the start-finish line. But meanwhile, the turn number 2 down the back straightaway, it's Alex Bergeron, Clayton Tilley, Aiden Berlin, Daniel Boyd, and Alex Sorinsky, your top 5.
Here it comes down to this 2 to run in season 13 for the 12 machine of Alex Bergeron. He is out in front. Clayton Tilley, Aiden Beerline, 1, 2, and 3. They still hold. White flag in the air one more time around the circuit for that 12 machine of Alex Bergeron through 1 and 2, clean as can be, down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4. Ladies and gentlemen, he ends the season like he's done mostly. The 12, Alex Bergeron, wins here at Cedar Lake. Clayton Tilley second, Aiden Beerline third, and Daniel Boyd, Landon Cardoza comes home fifth.
Woo, it took a little while to get there, but we finally got there. And here's your official results on the board. Alex Bergeron, Clayton Tilley, Aiden Berlin, Daniel Boyd, Landon Cardoza, your top 5. 6 would be Dustin Hall. Coulter West comes home 7th. Andrew Hauser 8th. Clayton Davies 9th. Brandon Surratt, your top 10.
11th, it's going to be Alex Rzinski, Rebecca Millette 12th, Paul Mancini, Jax Yohn, and Joe Howe, your top 15. Then Garrett Pepiot, Joshua Stanky, Rylan Gray in 18th. Ernie Williams Jr. and Landon Crawley, your top 20. Then it's Logan Rumsey, Austin Griffey, Kenny Hoffman, and Aiden Patterson round out the 24-car feature event for your final A main event of season 13 for the ABR Setup Shop 360 Wing Sprint Cars. And now, Steve McMillan, we have some time, so go ahead, talk to us about season 14 and what's to look for those 360s and super late models.
So we're going to do something a little bit different. Instead of having warm-ups, we're going to do a dash. It's going to be a 4-lap. And a person starting on the... So we'll have 5 heat races. That'd be 5 people to dash. The 6th driver will be the person who's quickest in time trials that did not win the heat race. So say, for instance, they finished 4th in the heat race number 2, and they were, say, 2nd quickest on the charts or 1st quickest, they'll automatically go to a dash.
So what you're saying, you qualify, and you qualify one of the quickest, you finish in one of those final transfer spots, you could be starting 10th, 11th, back even a little bit more. You go into the dash, you win the dash, you bump up 10 spots already before you even take the green flag of the feature event. Definitely.
It's going to be rewarding to the top qualifier, especially if they don't win. the heat race to be in a dash. So, I mean, it's going to reward the people for not sandbagging. So, something totally different in season 14. Now, we used to have dashes around about 6 seasons ago. We got rid of them. We're going to bring them back. It's only going to be a 4-lap dash, but it will set up your starting lineup in season 14. With that being said, let's go ahead and bring in your third place finisher tonight at car number 13. It's Aiden Beerline. Congratulations on your third place finish and way to round out the season.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy to be able to get third place in such a tough league. I feel like all 3 of us would have had a winning car in any other league. Shoot, I think the top 5 would have had a winning car, but definitely happy to be able to get a top 3 in such a hard league.
Definitely. I mean, Sunday nights, we take a look at the past champions. I mean, there were some heavy champions that we've had in the past. And, we took last season off from the sprint cars. Not last season. We had the 410s last season, didn't we, Alex? No, we did take off last season, didn't we? With sprints.
It was 2 seasons ago.
Sprints was 410s was last season.
Oh, so we took off in January the sprints because we needed to regroup, reform it, and get the caliber of drivers back to how it was prior. And let me tell you, this season, y'all drivers, anybody could have won, is a top caliber driver that could win. But it's so hard to win one of these World Thunder races.
Yeah, it definitely is, for sure.
So go ahead and thank those sponsors that makes it all possible for you.
First off, I'd like to thank Jesus Christ, my mom, my dad. Shout out to my dad. Happy Father's Day. And Reflection Chemistry, Extreme House Buyers, Dave's Truck Service, Beyond Trucking, and y'all for putting on an amazing show. And congrats to Tilly and Alex for the top 3 podium finishes.
Awesome. Hope to see you back next season. Starts July 18th with the 360 winged sprint cars.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to make it.
All right, Aiden, ladies and gentlemen, that's Aiden Beerline. All right, coming home in second tonight in car number 51. It's Clayton Tilley, the Speed Shop 51 machine. Congratulations on your second place run tonight. I mean, you almost had it.
Yeah, unfortunately, almost is not good enough, though. Disappointing to lead all the way up to that last yellow and then just get it taken away like that. But,
well, let me ask you this. So, you almost won 2 races here, right? With World Thunder this season.
Yep, 2 out of 3 starts.
2 out of 3 starts. And you lost one by like a nose or a bumper at the start-finish line to Alex.
Sounds about right, yep.
Tonight, you were leading, 5 to go. I thought it was your turn to shine. And it's just a tough track to tame, isn't it?
Yeah, it's, this is probably one of my sort of top 3 tracks that I'm at. So, but just sort of played a bit of a different game there and sort of put a longer gear in than usual and sort of just hoped that the track would go away. And it did at the end there, but I was just a bit too inconsistent at the end there to hold him off. I knew that if we didn't get that yellow in that last 4 laps or whatever it was there, I'd be able to hold him off and get the win. But the second we got that yellow, I knew it was going to be tough work.
Well, definitely tough luck. Hope to see you back next season. Starts July 18th. Maybe you can contend for a championship here at World Tail.
Yeah, we'll give it a crack. We'll come run the whole season and see how we go.
All right, go ahead and thank those sponsors making it all possible for you to run tonight, sir.
Just got to thank all the boys at Momentum Sim Sport, Josh, Ross, and all the other fellas that chip in. Obviously, all our sponsors too, speedshop51.com for all your setups and coaching and all that sort of stuff. All our other sponsors too, Racecraft Simulations, Verdict Clothing, Everything Dirt, CT Designs, Cool Chassis, Vanderpool Construction. I'm sure I'm missing a few. And just also a shout out to Daniel Boyd and Landon Cardoza for their 4th and 5th place runs on Speedshop 51 setups. They're heading in the right direction. All
right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Clayton Tilley picking up your second place finish tonight. And now with Alex Robinson has ran down to victory lane to speak with your champion.
And man, oh man, the champagne flying once more for the 12 machine of Alex Bergeron. And talk about it. You come on. You didn't lead it. They gave you competition. Clayton Tilley and Aiden Beerline gave you a run for your money all race long. But you did it again. Late lap pass to do it again. And man, you've they haven't made it easy on you all year. You've had to do it in the last 5 laps, pretty much half the season.
Yeah, but I think it's good for the show. Yeah, I was having fun out there and just kind of waiting the right moment. I was not really pushing it there, and then once I was really pushing it, and I knew it was time to go to the lead there. I did what I had to do there. So just trying slide jobs left and right, and just having fun out there. So definitely a nice final race. We all did very good, and very proud of what we accomplished this season.
And now back-to-back sprint car championships, and me and Steve were having a conversation about it, but during the broadcast, with 2 sprint cars coming into season 14. You have the wing 360s and the wingless sprint cars as well. Will we see you just in the wing sprint cars, or will you try your hand in the wingless division as well next season?
We'll see what we'll do. We'll see what the schedule holds, and see what we're going to plan on doing.
Well, now you got to talk about the run from your teammate Rebecca Millette. That 14 machine, had some tough heartbreaks this season, but comes and finishes it, runs through the soup this evening to make it into the feature, finishes 4th in that C main, makes it through the B main, and then finishes 12th in the feature event, so it has to end on a good note there for Rebecca Millette.
Oh yeah, for sure. She's been improving a lot and putting in a lot of work to get better, and we're definitely busy with everything. But whenever she's got time, she put in some laps, and right before the race most of the time. So I think she did really good for what she accomplished this season, and I think she got 5th in points. So that's really really impressive. And hopefully next season, if she runs it, we'll try to do better, and try to get maybe 1st and 2nd in points. I know it's tough, but she did really good, and you don't see that every day. So she did very good.
Who you want to get 1st and 2nd? I'm waiting for the day that I can call a checkered flag and say Rebecca Millette beats the 12 of Alex Bergeron.
Yeah, one day, I'd definitely be happy about that, and proud for her. Like I said, she puts in the efforts, and she's definitely fast. She's got the talent.
Well, now there's a lot of great sponsors behind that number 12, a lot of great teammates. Take some time, thank everyone for another championship behind that 12.
Yeah, of course, Team ABR Sports, Rebecca, Jason. I know Jason didn't have the best night tonight, but he was there and trying to race, and thank him and Rebecca for everything she's doing, and for even racing on Sundays. She's doing good, like I said, and everyone that supports us and our team, all of our great partners and supporters that really makes us go around the racetrack every day and supports us. BitLogic, CSI Shocks, BK Design, Smart Farm Equipments, Wraps and Stitches, Stoco, B&B Dirt Racing Simulators, ABR Step Shop, and Grass D3R. Like I said, everyone that really supports us. My dad for watching all the time. Happy Father's Day to you. And all the dads out there. And such a great day, I think, for this championship. I think we didn't win all the races. We lost one race. I wish we had won all the races, but that's part of it. Maybe next season, if we run it, we'll try to get all of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is your ABR Setup Shop 360 Wing Sprint Car Champion, the 12 for Team ABR Esports, Alex Bergeron.
All right, that's going to conclude our broadcast tonight. Late models coming up next, the Octane Inc. Fix Pro late models here at Cedar Lake. You can catch Alex Robinson and Brett Wheeler on the call there. We'll have right about sold out field. So make sure to hit that like and follow button, and we'll see you back here right about 25 minutes time. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Steve McMillan along with Alex Robinson. Good night, everyone.